Hello and welcome back to Control. And if you skipped part 1, you might be a little confused as to where we are right now, because this is definitely not a building in New York City anymore. We are in the astral plane, a mysterious, unmapped area that Jessie has been able to enter inexplicably. And also
Well, no,
learning
it is
that she
actually
can
rather
jump.
explicit how she entered this. She did the Persona 4. She did the Persona 4 jump.
What is the Persona 4 jump? Because I don't know what that means.
Okay, so it was either Persona 3 or 4 that has this really popular image of your main character holding up a gun to
Yes,
their
Mr.
head and
Gerda?
pulling the trigger. It is very symbolic of them, throwing away their own life for the risking their own life for the betterment of a tomorrow. It's why I was referring to this in part 1 as the Persona subspace, because this is how all of our summoners in Persona get to summon all of their aligned demons. We have chosen to be the chosen.
Yes. I like this gun. This gun is cool.
Now I have a gun.
All right. So for those of you that are still trying to catch up, what Control, to be perfectly honest, actually is someone's attempt at doing the SCP, someone's attempt at putting a bunch of the SCP fan fiction stuff all in one place under the guise of an Alan Wake game. We'll be exploring a good portion of the straight rips from SCP throughout the majority of the playthrough.
Well, we'll see about that. This game's gonna be a little weirder than usual. This is just a taste of the weirdness that we're gonna be seeing in this game, if you can believe that. Because we're in another fucking dimension right now.
Yes, we are in the Persona 4 subspace.
Melee, although powerful at first, is going to fall out of use pretty quickly. The service weapon...
Is it because you're pretty terrible at aiming?
Well, I mean, for now. They want me to get headshots, but headshots are stupid.
Well, headshots are how you were supposed to play Alan Wake as well, so...
Actually, no, because there's no damage modeling in Alan Wake. There is damage modeling in this game, though. 9 years I've been waiting to know about this game. I didn't even know this game existed until after 1 year of its release. 9 years I've been waiting for Alan Wake 3, and they finally fucking gave it to me.
Yeah, I could have swore I told you that when Control was coming out.
You might have,
Okay.
but I actually gave credit to another friend of mine who told me that it was free. Hey, Mr. Cloud, Alan Wake 3 is out. What? I can't hear you over my budget. Hey, the Control is free. Oh my god, say no more.
It's been on Game Pass for a while now. I expected to start falling off of Game Pass. Now Final Fantasy VIII fell off Game Pass, but...
And it was just noise, and I understood every word.
I mean, the people who made this game are all set. It's free because somebody else bought it, and you can get it because it costs money in order to get it in the first place. Usually in online gaming subscriptions, like to Game Pass, for example.
Things are quieted
Yep.
down outside. Is it safe to go?
It's never safe because we are in the Federal Bureau of Control, the FBC building. So now we have all these different versions of subspace to travel through. Specifically, another combat-heavy one.
You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen.
Don't let it happen, Jesse. Just stay in, dare I say it, control.
You stopped it. You...
Barely managed to break through subspace again.
Zombies?
Well, no, these are not zombies or zombies for that matter. These are effectively the same. They're effectively the same enemy style that Alan Wake had. These are persons that have been otherwise corrupted by subspace.
That is correct. These are the Hiss. They were called the Taken in Alan Wake. Now they're called the Hiss. Why? Because noises, that's why. Because onomatopoeia, that's why.
Onomatopoeia is a word that you rarely get to use in word searches, but its presence is felt every fucking where.
That in Alan Wake, the Taken, they use primarily melee and projectile explosive weapons, especially in Alan Wake's American Nightmare, which took to the logical extent the arcade gameplay you would come to embrace in a third-person shooter. There's some major differences between the combat styles in Alan Wake in this game. One, enemies will use guns, but they use dumbfiring too, so as long as you stay in motion, they generally will miss you. Two, there is no limit to the number of bullets you could fire with the service weapon.
And 3, our map is actually useful.
The hotline.
We actually have a map.
So, what is causing the wind effects inside the building?
Mysterious otherworldly forces. Hey, my picture.
So, I take it we don't actually have a natural heal delta when we're out of combat?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is a similarity between the combat styles of the respective games, as I had mentioned. There is also a death system. We just died. That's what happens when you run out of health.
Yeah.
In order to get your health back, in order to stop the game from reminding you that there is a way to get your health back, and that you should probably be careful around higher level enemies, as though that was not already obvious, you get health back by picking up health drops from enemies that are either damaged or destroyed.
Right. The easiest way to do that is with your service weapon.
Well, service weapon, melee, these are basic mooks, so melee is somewhat effective on these guys. Just as long as you get the first strike, but they can strike back. You also don't have a dodge in this game. There is no way to stop damage from hitting you if an enemy attempts to attack you and you are not in motion or you're not really doing anything to mitigate their aim.
And whoosh.
Whoosh!
So, do we have the ability to chain melee attacks together?
Hotline.
No, the melee is pretty slow.
Okay.
The frequency that you see me punching is about the frequency you get. Right now, I hate these guys because they killed me. And I want to really make them feel the pain they had inflicted upon me. Stupid bastard. Did it hurt, motherfucker?
Nah. There's a pickup line that starts like that. Alright, looks like we've... Oh, nope, we have not yet.
How do you like your coffee, bitch?
So the experience system in the bottom left, what are we going to eventually end up spending that on?
Gerda, that's a health bar.
No, not the health bar. I'm talking about the number that goes up every time you take down an enemy.
Well, it's not an experience system. It is your points.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember what the points are. I think they're called materials. But you do get points. And these points will help you upgrade your service weapon, like the basic service weapon you see here, which is subject to modification. Your personal mods, which you can equip on yourself to make your body more powerful, or your weapon mods, which you can apply to your service weapon or service weapon type.
If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case...
Yeah, they do omit a lot of information because secrecy, yes, secrecy is the heart and soul of the Bureau of Control. Why? Because humanity is not ready for this crap.
It's weird that they also imply that our service weapon used to be both Mjolnir and Excalibur.
Also based on a loosely defined characteristic of humanity called the collective subconscious, which is largely bullcrap because there's no such thing as a collective mind.
At the moment. We're, you know...
At the moment.
Look, science fiction is becoming more and more reality as the days go by.
Marshal, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. It wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this. And the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there.
And Sherman Ranch was our traumatic past, right?
Actually, our traumatic past is located in the fictional town of Ordinary.
Ah.
Can cause or be results of AWE's altered
Aren't... Yeah, we already saw this presentation.
on the perceived reality.
Well, it's very, very similar to the one that we've seen, but it's not exactly the same.
Okay.
The service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one.
You sure?
Ingrained in the
Whoa.
prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner, and you
I'm pretty sure this is almost exactly the same.
very well.
Mm.
Fine. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, head of research, Federal Bureau of Control.
And for people joining us from Alan Wake, you could recognize this man as the actor who played Alan Wake's appearance. The voice also is probably the same guy who did the voice of Alan Wake, but they are two different people.
Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons.
Well, how am I supposed to find the file if you omitted the goddamn reference number?
Bureaucracy at its worst, Mr. Cloud.
Yes. Just creating problems for the sake of having problems to deal with.
The responsibility, the privilege.
The Bureau needs a director. The Bureau needs a director. The Bureau needs a director. There's a dude just floating there. Don't know if you guys took notice of that.
I've not taken notice of it yet.
Yeah, that dude is totally just floating there.
Hey, dude, would you like to help me restore gravity to normal? Don't
What are
shoot
you?
the dude! Pass, Cloud! Why did you shoot the dude? He was just floating there minding his own business, and now you have slain him.
Well, the hiss operates kind of like a resonance network. The more resonance media there are in the network, the more powerful it becomes. But this is largely narrative driven. You can just destroy these fucking dudes wherever they appear. It honestly is of no consequence whatsoever, but it does give you something to shoot, which is nice. I like having
Yeah,
things to shoot.
but we're also not getting any currency for taking them down. They are just environmental storytelling effects.
Yes, they are.
So
But
you
it's
don't
fun.
need to slay the persons.
Yeah, but I don't need to get lost or, have my time wasted
being lost, Mr. Cloud.
I am very much lost. See, the game has already begun to stick its insidious fingers up my butt in order to tell me you don't know what you're doing and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.